So you didn't stumble into
No,
journalism.
I didn't stray into journalism.
You wanted it.
Deliberate.
So 10 years after you came in, you became the press secretary to Bola Ige.
No. 73 years.
Yes.
I was sketch to NTA to Television Service of Oyo State. I was the first reporter to appear on TSOS, the one they call BCOS TV now.
The one that was founded by Bola Ige.
Yeah, with Dr. Yemi Farumbi as the consultant. It was Dr. Farumbi's board that employed me and some of my colleagues.
Now, let's start from there. What was it like at that television station established by Bola Ige?
Thank you very much. Chief Bola Ige, the brain box. Chief Bola Ige, the Kikero of Esauke, as he was dubbed by Dr. Yemi Ogunbiyi. Bola Ige, the writer, the connoisseur, and everything that has to do with creativity, was shunned by NTA Ibadan. He and his party, UPN, as Lateef Jakonde, his colleague in Lagos, was shunned by NTA. So
why were they shunned?
The NTA refused to grant them audience because the NTA was, pardon my language, was a pawn in the hand of MPN Shehu Shagari government.
The federal government.
Yes, pawn, PAWN. So, Lateef, it was Lateef Jakonde of Lagos who first thought of establishing a state television, LTV8, which he did, followed by BC Onabanjo, UPN of Ogun State, and the Bola Ige, UPN of Oyo State. Old Oyo State. When we say Bola Ige of Oyo State, Bola Ige for Old Oyo State that today consists of Oyo and Osun states.
So when the television was founded, it was now the mouthpiece of the UPN in the Old Oyo State.
God bless you for that. So, experiencing what you can call discrimination from NTA, the unwritten law of TSOS was open door to all shades of opinion.
All shades?
All shades, because Bola Ige, a metro international man. So he told Dr. Yemi Farumbi that all shades of opinion, political, religious, social, should be entertained by TSOS. No discrimination of any form or in any form.
So how did the federal government receive TSOS at the time?
They saw it as a challenge. Great challenge. One, in professionalism, because all the people recruited by the Farumbi board to TSOS were qualified to work anywhere in the world. All of us.
And many of them came from MTA?
I came from NTA Ibadan.
Yes.
80% of us left NTA Ibadan for TSOS.
Why?
We were in a house of, I don't want to say the house of terror, because I was then the chairman of NTA Ibadan Chapel of the NUJ. We got another, the GM got another from Lagos, from Special Assistant to Shagari, Chief Adebanjo, that NTA crew should stop coming to cover the 2.8 billion so-called missing oil money under Muhammadu Buhari as Federal Commissioner for Petroleum. It was being investigated by the civilians. Late Dr. Olushola Saraki was heading the committee probing the missing 2.8 billion naira oil money, 1979. And you should trust us. NTA Ibadan was an offshoot of WNTV, WNBS, first television in Africa, where professionalism was the foundation. You dare not look at anyone under the color of religion, politics, or whatever. So they now said we should stop coming to Lagos, Tafawa Balewa Square.
Where did that order come from?
Olubadan, special assistant to Shagari.
Why? Why did he give the order?
If he's still alive, that question will be better answered by him.
So at that point, many of you were disgruntled.
So we now went. That's why the memo. We still went to cover. But the time we went, we took a colleague's car or marked car to Tafawa Balewa Square. They were waiting for the logo on the car in Lagos. Soldiers and policemen. We got in, of course, they didn't know. The cameraman, professionals, sat in the owner's corner. The reporter sat beside the driver. And they were filming. So the reporter got down, like any other person would get down, climbed the stairs, entered the hall. The cameraman was still filming. So when the reporter now entered the hall where they were doing the probe, like a journalist, newspaperman, he wrote his report. Came out. As he was coming out again, the cameraman was on him. And he came down, left Lagos to meet the 7:30 p.m. news, views and reports in Ibadan. So it looked like the reporter was in Lagos officially. That confused Lagos. What did they do? They transferred Dr. Farombi from Ibadan to go and establish a so-called NTV Akure.
Was that a punishment, a sort of punishment for
That
him?
was it. They transferred him out to go and establish NTV Akure with a porter cabin on a ground field. And then we got word from Lagos that they said, since they have removed your GM, all of you are now up for sale. Sale, quote and unquote.
And Bola Ige was watching.
Bola Ige was watching.
And calculating.
Calculating.
That led to the birth of TSOS.
Typical of Uncle Bola. He was reading every body language and everything. So what did we do? We now took NTA Lagos, NTA Ibadan, and the federal government to court.
And you were ordered to withdraw the case, were you not?
No, well, they made attempts, threats and all that. What do you call it if you want to shut somebody's mouth? Whatever. We refused. And who sat on that case? The Chief Judge of Old Oyo State, late Honorable Justice Fakayode. He sat on that case. And on the day he was giving judgment, he said, I love you, reporters. I love you, NTA. I love all of you. Some of you I know personally. But now I'm going to liken you to a driver of a rich man. He said the rich man called the driver one day and said, yeah, wash that particular car. Go and buy fuel. We are traveling. He said, so when the driver washed the car, bought the vehicle, bought fuel, went to report to Ogakwe, yes, I'm ready, sir. So the man entered his vehicle and told the driver, oh yeah, let's go. When you get to the roundabout, turn right. The driver refused. The owner said, hey, are you listening to me? I said turn right, you turn left. Oh yeah, go back. Again, when they got to the point, the driver refused the order of the owner. So Justice Emmanuel, may so rest in peace, Fakayode now said, if you were the owner of the car, what will you do? He said the owner told the driver, park. Give me the key of my car. He said that is what NTA is telling us. Giving us directives, and we are turning deaf ears to it. But instead of finding us, because he liked us, and this thing will be in history, today we are telling the history of 1980, 81.
Yes.
This is 2023. He said, I'm not going to fine you much money. I will fine you just 100 naira. So, if you like, go and report to the authority NTA. That was when everybody started jumping out of the ship. Bola Ige, my beloved Oga and mentor, had set up a board under Dr. Farombi to recruit, set up the administration, everything of TSOS. That's how we went.